Hello and welcome. It looks like we have last, but certainly not least, Cancer, Immerse. And in the pre-shuffle, I was getting an idea, an insight, an intuition was coming up, something that you were looking deeply into, researching, exploring, immersing in some type of potentially new endeavor, new creative task, whether this is a hobby, something you're actually physically creating, putting together, or something you're just looking into, a new idea or field of study, it seems. And we also have Fool energy over here on the vice versa deck with the Ace of Swords, extreme truth and clarity coming in with this new beginning. So let's see what we have here. Make sure we have the shuffle from our last reading. Oh, I'm getting the wrong deck to start us out with. Let's start with these and get a little bit clearer idea of what is the issue or matter of importance or situation that we're reading on for Cancer today. What is going on with you, Cancer? Okay. Let's see. 2 cards flipping out. Okay. Goat, the greatest of all time, highly protected and favored by the divine. So that may be yourself, I'm hearing. I want to marry you. Okay. And then we have momentum, drive, motive, speed. So is this a good thing? Ooh, and the bottom of the deck we have self-sabotage, self-fulfilling prophecy, negative mindset, healing from that. Ancestors are sending signs and synchronicities. Timeline jump, quantum leap, and yin-yang, electromagnetic counterbalancing forces with the wheel of the year. So this is something long-standing that you've been dealing with, waiting and wishing for some type of extreme change in a circumstance that seemed unrelenting, demanding your full surrender and release. But there's been, in the meantime, old habits die hard, and perhaps your lack of faith, or, well, in general, your faith has been tested, and you've been perhaps immersed in a negative mindset, but it looks like there's this light at the end of the tunnel where you're recognizing those habits or behaviors that are not serving you, and that if you're looking towards something new to immerse in, to really get inspired by, this wanting to marry you card can just be needing something to cling to for hope in some type of a way. That sounds a little different, but needing something to keep us occupied, to keep our vibration focused and connected and exploring, versus going into the would've, should've, could've, nostalgic self-sabotage realms. So it looks like you're moving quite fast now. So you were immersed in this negative mindset, but you've been protected from something. So if in some situation there was a marriage at the base of this reading here, if it has to deal with a marriage that was about to happen or did happen or something, it seems like there's been distance, and that the distance was a spiritual intervention here, but you're both, or at least yourself, are being protected from moving too fast in a direction until you are strong enough to surpass that negative anchoring, the negative heaviness. So there's been a lot of healing here, but now we've got momentum coming in. So perhaps whatever didn't start correctly is coming back around. Yes, number 2, sacral chakra. There's something here about that negative mindset, that fear, the emotional waters, and some type of toxicity or fear or longing or codependence in some type of a way has come in and influenced your ability to be tapped in, tuned in, turned on, as Abraham Hicks would say. This may have to do with someone with light features, eyes, hair, or complexion, or maybe that's yourself. Overthinking, stress, and nerves, that will not help, as we know. Heart chakra, this is something you've definitely been longing for and have immersed yourself in an attempt to manifest this, but I don't think that the manifestation is the answer. It's not about enticing, manifesting, or any of that. It's about our ability to tune into our heart and to protect ourselves and to heal ourselves from this negative mindset. There's a healing here that needs to transpire, and the ancestors are they're holding our gifts and blessings in escrow, is what I'm seeing. It's like, if you're not familiar with escrow, it's like when you buy a house or something like that, then the amount of tax that's due on this, you could pay into, with every payment they put a portion or a percentage to the side, and they do you the favor of holding all of your money for you, and then they pay your tax bill when it comes due. So we'll talk about that some other time perhaps, but in the spiritual sense, that's kind of nice, because it's like holding a trust fund for a child who's a minor and doesn't necessarily have the capacity to prioritize adult necessity in the place as a child. And in a way, it's like the more profound a relationship or situation could be if we become lost or immersed in that negativity. It's almost like Spirit's like, okay, let me take this toy over here while I want to use the example of like a tantrum, like the toddler, they have something and it's their brand new toy and they're just tired and hungry and cranky, and they would throw it if they could, or their food or whatever. But you want to, like, take this over to the side and just be like, all right, let's calm down a minute. And you take that toy away for just a moment so it's safekeeping until there's a calmness, a peace of spirit that is now able to relate and resonate with the gift and the blessing. Timeline jump and quantum leap, by rebalancing yourself over the course of perhaps a year or several years. And the seasons of your life are not passing you by. Yes, tension, senses peaked, feeling really wound up. And 7, 7, 7, 7. To me, 7s are spiritual intervention. One more, you already know, trust your gut instincts. So, as we said, it's all about your healing. It's not anything that you can do, be, or say that will turn the tides for someone else. It's straight up resonance, and it's the interference of spirit that's saying, well, until you apologize, you can't come out of the corner. I know that's silly, but yes, 11, justice on the bottom of the deck here with this crow, raven, messenger, bird, truth and clarity. And this all, you already know, trust your gut instincts. Don't convince yourself that your blessing isn't for you. It's being held for you. It's waiting for you to calm yourself and come back into alignment with it. Then this sacred bison buffalo spirit, It's a grandfather energy to me in the moment. 8 of Crystals, dedication and progress. There's a lot of loyalty here. And 8 of Crystals is doing the work to reach a result. And the 8 of Crystals leads itself to the 9 of Crystals, which is self-sovereign, independent, and in the garden of abundance. So we know what you're working towards now. 3 of Crystals, collaboration and productivity. It looks like you may benefit from connecting with other like-minded individuals through some type of creative process. Like, remember we were talking at the beginning about some type of new endeavor, creative project, or planning something, doing something here with others where there's a mutual goal that will not only help take your mind off of things that you could get caught up in anxiety, which doesn't lead to anything. Anxiety and worry, stress, nerves, that just makes us sick in the stomach, sick in the heart, and keeps that tension in our field, which then our blessings can't penetrate tension in our spirit. So our blessings come to us when we're able to relax. So this collaboration here, or this new learning endeavor, is going to help you reconnect to your divine nature, perhaps with the moon. Maybe you need to do some type of moon ritual or something, some kind of sacred reconnection to your elemental watery nature. Oops, wrong side of the deck. A couple more off this one. The Star, peace and healing. That's the card of Aquarius, and it represents, like we said, peace and healing is necessary right now, and that is the way to magnetize our blessings. And the swan represents to me swan's mate for life, and so it's like this partnership, or this blessing is yours and yours alone, I want to say. And then we have the 8 of Shells, which I consider in this deck to be one of the Aquarian cards as well. So double Aquarius, and Mars is moving out of Aquarius, and that will leave just Pluto there for quite a while here. Quest and renewal. Somebody may have needed to leave a situation to get themselves correct in some type of a way. Maybe it was their healing that initially took them out of your life, and they had to go on some type of a journey because there was something there that wasn't serving the two of you or the group or something. But this greatest of all time, it's like that whatever has been on hiatus or seemingly taken from you, there's perhaps a protected union or protected blessing, a protected outcome that in your process of healing and renewal and the immersion in something that gets your passions flared up. It's like you can't fake resonance, you can't fake inspiration, and it's not about being attractive. However, the more interested and engaged in the life process that we can be, the more that we're engaged with our highest aspects of self, the more gravity and interest that others find in just taking us in, period. So immerse in what turns you on, turns on your love light. The Hanged Man, patience and perspective. So it's going to take a little bit longer. So just to restate, it's not about trying so hard to, I just need to align. I just need to do this, and then I'll be aligned. You can't fake resonance. I'll just restate that. One more here. So being patient with yourself. If it's yours, it's yours. Queen of Shells, peace and compassion. So with a little bit of patience and proper perspective, knowing yourself fully, trusting yourself, looking at the depth of self in your healing process, and choosing better for yourself brings your gift back into resonance with you, brings yourself back into resonance with your gift and your gifts in general. And that is the truth and clarity here. So let's get a couple more decks. So the new beginning showing itself here. All right. Whoop. We had a little bit of a spill out. Okay, so you are really raring to go. That momentum, drive, motive. It's like you really have a lot to say. You're getting a lot of messages here with these birds here in the foreground. You're really researching and looking at information, looking for clues, and trying to follow that breadcrumb trail. And here we have you kind of really sitting back and taking a deep breath. It's like the first clue that you're steadying your energies. Everything's been in flux, and now it's like things are calming down. There's resources. There's this knowledge that you already know. Trust your gut, and with truth and clarity here and justice, it's like may the best man win type of a thing. And it's not about rubbing it in. It's not about jumping and pushing and saying, well, now's the time. You know, we've got to do this now or else. It's about that patience. So I was definitely seeing the moon here as your ruler. And now we get the moon popped out with this big spill. And then that Cancer crab in the foreground may have to do, well, I mean, Cancer is you. But it may also have to do with your the way that you develop your psychic, intuitive, clair ability, your clairs, the clairsentience, clairvoyance, whatever. The way that you develop yourself in your spare time, in the home, the way that you prepare the home, such as if you're calling to a partner, whether this is somebody that you haven't met yet, or calling to a situation, you can prepare yourself in feng shui ways, like cleaning up your bedroom helps make space for the potential of a spouse. Clearing out a space in your bathroom drawer for them to have their essential items, a space in the closet, a drawer or several in the bedroom. If you're calling for something else, you can look up the feng shui ways to do that. And it seems like the preparation phase is like taking a look around and being like, wow, it's been a long time. And I have been in a lower spot than maybe I would let on, or maybe that others have known. But now I'm looking around and I'm ready to create a tidier situation. And by just creating momentum in your own personal sacred space, the inner temple, by self-care and not overdoing indulgences, and by keeping your home and environment happy, healthy, abundant, and tidy, it really helps so much. And then so we get the tower with the busted up chariot and the two opposing sphinxes there at the base there. It's like somebody's like shipwrecked and had their enlightenment. Like this could even be some type of a child, let's say, running away from home and then coming back and being like, wow, the world kind of is harder to navigate than I thought. I guess your rules aren't so bad type of a thing. And I don't want to make a partner into a child, but I think that just speaking to general audience, you can apply that to your messages as necessary. And here this sea turtle and the page of cups with that fish, it's like waiting at the window, like when we have pets. I see the two dogs in the moon card here. It's like having our best face on. in this mask here and waiting in the window expectantly, like our pets do when they see us coming and they start wagging and smiling, and they're so excited, they're jazzed up, they're like, oh my gosh, you're here. And then sometimes when you walk in the door, it's like you still need to decompress. It's not, you haven't been at peace yet. You've been on the road. And it's like, when we jump on somebody when they walk in the door, it's like we need to simmer down and be in our peace and play it cool, perhaps, without being inauthentic. So here we have that 8 of Cups. Did we not have that here already? Yes, the starfish is the 8 of Cups, 8 of Shells, quest and renewal. Somebody's really been on some type of sabbatical or a separation phase from something where sun and moon luminaries here have been integrating. We had that yin yang already showing in the deck. And this has created a lot of hardship and suffering and pain for the parties involved. And I feel like I want to soften that, but there's this statue in the background. It's like that mask energy I see with the moon here. It's like carrying a heavy load. And I think that that's also showing us too about that negative mindset about what I should do, who I should be, or am I not enough or too much for other individuals, and how do I compare to social norms. It's like this hardship energy seems to be related to that illusionary moon energy that keeps that negativity spiraling, and the anxiety and the overthinking. So there's got to be some type of a way here that we can lay down those burdens in some way. And I believe that this healing process, the immersion perhaps with these groups, being dedicated to collaboration and productivity with groups and progressing groups, can help us move through this difficulty and to gather the wisdom and strength to continue that. I feel like we're almost done here. And then here we have the 6 of Cups. And here we see that individual waiting at the window with all their cups. It's like the 9 of Cups often is said to represent that dream come true. And this guy, look at he's like smiling. Can you see that? Oh, he's so happy to see you coming back, and you're so happy to see them coming in the door. So yeah, maybe you can be a little overwhelming when they walk in the door. So don't get discouraged if it seems like you guys are maybe on different pages for a few minutes. It seems like there's a bit of possibly a happy reunion. And I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. It is a general reading. I mean, this reunion can just happen on any level, but some type of hopeful renewal here is definitely on the board. So maybe you're bored by yourself here, and that's what's kind of spiraled you into this lower vibrational state of mind, but it's shifting. We've got 10 of Pentacles coming out. This is prosperity, legacy, abundance, getting our finances in order in some type of a way. It can sometimes be even inheritance. And this card too, I do take sometimes as the inheritance, the inheritance of certain aspects of our masculine personality through the cookie cutter expectations for the masculine. But the 10 of Pentacles is like being finished with that cycle. So for some of you, maybe this is even like wanting to immerse yourself in some happy endeavor after spending your career in the workforce, doing what was expected, and now really wanting to move forward and finally having the money or the resources to travel and to do something together, to reconnect with someone special and to do that. Under that, we have 9 of Wands, persevering and staying the course, that dedication and loyalty. Oh, and 2 cards, 8 of Pentacles, doing the work, to set us up for that 10 of Pentacles. A lot of planning and effort goes into abundance creation. And if this is you helping a group reach for this greater abundance, it looks like you have a lot of ideas and capacity to assist them and working with them, even donating time for the good of the group here can be very spiritually prosperous for you. And then we have King of Swords. That can be the X card. And he looks a bit aggravated on the edge of his seat, like, again, with that Knight of Swords energy of wanting the momentum and drive and wanting to kind of like maybe tackle somebody on the way in the door and cuddle the crap out of them. Can I say that? But hold your horses. Don't tackle anybody. I guess she says it's not time for all that. You need to be patient and show evidence of your transformation and of your updated and of your newfound resonance. And there's that Page of Cups, dusting out his cup. Somebody needs to be warmed up before really letting their heart come back into the situation. There's been a lot of water under the bridge, a lot of spilled milk. And the Page is innocence, it's youthfulness, it's the ability to be unbroken and to believe in love and to believe in what's meant to be. 8 of Wands, lots of messages coming back and forth. There's going to be a lot of talking, negotiating, planning, and back and forth that needs to go on before the King and Queen can lower their swords here. A couple more. 6 of Swords, we already had that healing journey. Rebalancing. And 10 of Swords, the end of the cycle. So the 10 of Swords is sometimes an uncomfortable but necessary final stop on the way to a renewal. That sword energy, the Ace of Swords, is clarity, truth, justice, and integrity. And it's when we have the 10, 1 plus 0 reduces to the Ace, to the 1. So it's like the 10 of Swords has to talk about all of these issues and air all of them out so that both individuals can perhaps say their piece and relay everything that needs to be said and to speak up about what was wrong, what created the need to move away, what was heavy, what was beautiful, what do we have to build on, and what do we need to nip in the bud, and is there potential? Where do we both see ourselves going from here? And this for some could be a disillusion of a marriage and divvying up resources, coming to an understanding for the good of the children, perhaps with that Page of Cups, for the love of the children. Or even for some that choose, no judgment here, but some may choose to maybe even live together separately for the children, to create abundance and to work for the common good. Whatever you're doing here, it looks like there's a lot that needs to be discussed. And 3 of Wands, that's the card of foresight and planning for the future. So yes, let's give you a couple of cards. First, I am going to grab from the Love Notes deck for hopefully a little bit of inspiration and lighter energy. Sometimes the good is hidden with that Moon card there. There isn't a soul on the planet who doesn't crave your approval. Maybe somebody became discouraged in some type of a way, and they needed to seek a sense of individual identity, separate and apart from this collaboration or this partnership here. And until they reached the fullness of themselves, it didn't matter who and what and where you were, they needed to do their thing. And they say, if you love something, let it go. So in them coming back, make sure that you make time and space for that. Combined energy and teamwork here. It is easier to lift a heavy weight with others than by ourselves. You can apply this to your decision making too. Seek advice from those who are more knowledgeable than you in specific areas, which will help you to make better small choices. The more you know, the more options you will have. You can't be friends with everyone. Friends do what they do because they are our friends and we love them. They do it because they know it's the right thing to do. But while some people can be our friends, others cannot. The difference is that friends can be inconvenient, annoying, troublesome, expensive, and taxing, but we will forgive them. So yeah, this could be some type of breakup energy, negotiations, and conflict energy between parenting styles or group functioning leadership styles. It could be masculine, feminine, some other type of a way here. But yeah, it's combined energy, teamwork with you can't be friends with everyone. It's like maybe you can't be friends with your ex. Maybe a mediator is necessary. Maybe both of you need to do your own separate counseling. Maybe you could do counseling together. Maybe this group work can assist you to help be directing your energies towards something productive, creative, and self-inspiring. Couple more. The general who advances without coveting fame and retreats without fearing disgrace, whose only thought is to protect his country and to do good service for his sovereign, is the jewel of his kingdom. Sun Tzu said, "Ponder and deliberate before you make a move." Yeah, just relax and gain your peace. Immerse in the healing waters. So I do hope that that provided some type of truth, clarity, and that you were able to find something in it that helped your process. And if you're looking for more messages, go ahead and check out all of the content here is intended to be timeless. And check back soon for more messages, Cancer. Take care and best of luck.